This is our ride 2 of the Chocolate and Beer Tour in Belgium. And today we are taking you first east and then south of the city of Bruges. And we are staying in Belgium this time. The ride is around 200 kilometers or 125 miles and of course filled with nice riding and some nice stops for you to enjoy. So let's go crazy! Our first stop is here in the village of Echtvelde, because that's where the brewery Steenberg is situated. And this brewery is famous for a few beers. Piraat and the Gulden Draak, for instance, the Pirate and the Golden Dragon. Although you can visit the brewery, it is more for bigger groups and during limited hours during the week. But its website does tell you a lot about its brewing process here in this brewery. It is in English, so we will share the link with you. As it is still a bit too early for a beer for us, we have added this coffee stop just opposite of the brewery and with a chocolate shop just right next to it. If it is closed, like today, there are some more opportunities to get a drink, coffee, at the roundabout that you just passed, so we're going there. Okay, this is not a beer brewery, but we still thought it was nice to add to this ride. This is the castle that's called Ooidonk, and it's originally from the 12th century. The castle used to serve as an outpost and defensive stronghold of the city of Ghent on the river Leie. The castle is now being owned by a private family, the family Het Kind Rodenbeke, since 1864, and ever since been expanded without losing the playful Renaissance style. It became a protected monument in 1944. Although the website is not very clear on it, you should be able to visit the gardens normally for a few euros. But now there is an art festival going on and we couldn't get in without paying the full price. But you can get this view for free if you just take the little path in between the castle entrance and the old carriageway where we will go next. The former carriage house, you will now find this grand cafe with a nice terrace. It is closed on Wednesdays and Thursdays, so keep that in mind when you are doing this ride. We are now in the village of Bellegem, where you can find the Omer van der Ginste beer brewery. Since 1892 here in Bellegem. And for 5 generations, the brewing tradition, but also the name Omer has been passed on from father to son. Omer I promoted his beer by stained glass windows for the pubs that were selling his beer, saying Bieren Omer van der Ginste. But those windows were very expensive, so it was no option to have them changed with every generation. And therefore, every newborn son is named Omer. On the website of the brewery that we will share, you can find a nice video about this tradition and the 5 generations of Omer. The brewery is one of the few Belgian breweries that is still active in its city of origin. And although you can visit the brewery if you've booked in advance via the link that we will share, an English tour is only possible with groups over 10 people. But you can see the original stained glass windows here at Café Sportwereld, just opposite of the brewery. If you fancy a drink and it's open, they have a nice terrace and the inside is really nice as well. But if it's closed, there is another Café de Brouwershuis just a little further down the street. Please bear in mind that its traditional blonde beer already contains 8% alcohol. So we decided to share one as we still have 70 kilometers, 45 miles left of our ride. So, cheers! If you think the last stretch of this ride of around 70 kilometers, 45 miles, is too long to do in one go, we have added this parking space next to the nature domain, the Bali Kauter. There is a tea room just a few minutes from the parking space, and if you really want to stretch your legs, there is a walk of around 2.5 kilometers. But we are not going to stop here for long, because we've got another cool stop at the end of this ride in Bruges. Just outside of the city center of Bruges, you will find this motorcycle lifestyle store and coffee shop, Hermanus. And as they say, beer, bites, burger, barber. You can do some shopping, you can have a drink, have some food, and even if you make a reservation, get your hair done, for the guys that is. On the website it says they have awesome gear, casual clothing, and coffee black as oil. They are closed on Mondays and Tuesdays, so bear that in mind when you are doing this tour, chocolate and beer in Bruges. Well, we think another nice ride in the area of Bruges. And we hope that you will enjoy this ride and your chocolate and beer. And share some pictures using the hashtag CrazyRide so we can follow what you're doing. And then we hope to see you on another crazy ride. Bye bye. If you like this video and want to help us grow our channel, please hit that like button. And if you don't want to miss our future videos on Crazy Rides, consider subscribing. We also have a really nice tour in the Spanish Pyrenees. Ride 1 is in the middle of your screen, so keep going crazy.